Christmas card. You can still be a correspondent. Cendrillon, and he had many more. And they As I was on my way to fetch some presents last weekend, I just checked if the monthly brocante we have in my town, the last one of the year, would hide a few treasures, but there was nothing really remarkable, and I only came back with one little thing. I went to buy a few Christmas presents in my town this morning, and I was in the street of the old bookshop, so I had to stop, and he had in this shop window this, which I'm going to show you, which is really pretty. He had quite many others, and they were €5 each. They are sort of tiny booklets. So we have Le Chaboté, so I think there are 2 pages, although a little more than 2 pages, let's see. And Cendrillon, and he had many more, and they were €5 each, little tiny booklet of 4 pages, I think, 4 or 5 pages. He had Sleeping Beauty, another Cinderella, and quite many others, so that was definitely something worth having. Let's see. A beautiful carriage, really nice, beautiful cat. And inside, we have a few pictures inside, a few engravings. Yes, so there are 4 pages. Yeah, they're quite nice. I like them. Quite pretty. Maybe I will go to find 1 or 2 others because they were really nice. He had quite many seasonal fairy tales things in his shop window at the moment, which are really nice. Cinderella. Yes, the engraving are nice too. The fairy. And one red and one. Ah, the carriage is pretty too. I love it. Horses, the castle. Yes, really, I thought it was just 2 pages. It was 4 pages. A little tiny Christmas gift for myself. I was at the brocante too. I knew I wouldn't buy really much, but there was just this little frame, Marie Antoinette frame, which is a piece of fabric here, so it's not like super precious or anything. It was €5 too. So after all, this morning I came with 2 fun things for me, and I don't know where I'm going to have it because it's small, so in the living room is just too small to be nice, so maybe I will have it in another place. I ordered different fabric to make some skirts and different garments and also some dresses. And I'm very pleased with my tartan skirt I wanted to do. I just finished it last weekend, and I used the base of a skirt I already had, an old winter skirt. But tartan fabric reminds me a lot of childhood memories, as between the age of 6 and 8 or 9 maybe, I had an obsession for tartan, my school bag, school supplies, everything you can think of, my fountain pens, my skirts of course, and all clothes and hair accessories I could have were with this pattern. I was obsessed with it, I never was tired of it, and I'm very pleased to have some tartan back in my wardrobe. And this fabric is very warm and very soft, and it's really as if I was wearing a duvet when I was walking in the street. Even if the days are quite full, I made time to create and write and ship some Christmas cards and letters to friends so that their mailboxes would carry a bit of Christmas magic.
I'm just about to ship my last letters I wrote to friends for Christmas. I still have a few friends I'm going to write before New Year's Eve because it's hard to do everything at once. Now, I wanted to give you the possibility, if you would like to find someone to write to, if you are a bit frustrated because nobody around you like to correspond and to write letters, I give you the possibility to exchange your contact on my blog at merveillenpapier.com. I have created a blog post which is attached to this video. You have the link under this video, and under the comments you can exchange your name, an email if you have a safe email to give, or a place on social media where people can find you easily. Then you could exchange your private address privately, not online but privately, not in the comments of course. And you could give your first name and your country, your town maybe, and few informations about the things you like, so that people could maybe know a tiny bit about you and see if they want to come into contact with you. So if you are interested in that, if you would like to find a correspondent around the world or in your country, you can go on my blog at merveillenpapier.com and give these informations under the comments under this blog post which is attached to this video. You can't do that on YouTube. YouTube instantly deletes all the comments which have links inside, so you can't leave any informations like that on YouTube. You can do that on my blog, and this way if someone is interested and would like to also to find a correspondent, they can contact you via your social media or in your email, and then privately you exchange your informations, and maybe you will find a good correspondent that you could correspond with forever, who knows. Very often ladies come to me to ask if they could correspond with me. What happened is it's difficult already for me to correspond with my friends. I reply to people who write to me, but corresponding with everybody is just difficult. I wish I could, but it's really difficult, especially if you want to do it well. It would be difficult to correspond with all the ladies who would like to correspond with me, but you could find another lady, another person who would like to correspond with you. There are a lot who would like to correspond and to find someone to write to. So you can go on my blog at merveillenpapier.com, and then you could exchange your informations and see if someone would like to write to you. It's just the perfect moment, I think, to find a new correspondent. Though less and less people send New Year's card and Christmas cards, you can still be a correspondent resistant and do it in paper.
As I'm working in my peaceful studio on my desk, these days, at this time of year, my imagination wanders in all my childhood Decembers and Christmases, and especially the weeks before Christmas. This month, if we don't get trapped in the commercial and consumption Christmas phrase, it's really the time of the year which is the most connected to our memories. My favorite time and the most magical one had been these weeks before Christmas when I was a child. When we were decorating the windows of the house with some whitening, when I was eating a chocolate from my Christmas calendar every morning. It was hung just above my bed, it is this one, and I could choose one of the chocolate hung on the calendar every morning, and I loved that. I loved also all the Christmas crafts we were doing in my little village school, and I loved falling into sleep in my Santa Claus bedsheet next to my Santa Claus pillow, hoping it would snow and wondering what presents I would get. And I love listening to Christmas stories too. Stories were a big thing for me the weeks before Christmas. I had my tapes and I was listening to the tapes on the carpet over and over, usually the same ones. They were told by some very good actors of La Comédie Française, which is our national French theatre, and they were wonderful storytellers. My favorite was Gobbolino. It was written by an English writer who is there a bit forgotten, I think, now, but they were wonderful. It was the story of a rich cat and the different Christmases he spent, and there was a bit of magic and mystery and of Christmas magic too. And I'm working on different things you are going to see soon. I'm late, so we will see when everything is ready. It's going to come at the end of the year, probably after Christmas now, because I'm really late, but it doesn't matter. It's worth waiting, and I will show you that very soon. And you let me know what is your most precious December memory of this time before Christmas. Some friends came to visit for the day a few days ago, and we went to my favorite tea room in the town, Marinette, and the owner of this place is a real Christmas resistant, and she decorates her tea room really, really well. She's one of the very few here who does a big effort, and all her tarts, her flan, her cakes, her viennoiserie are all absolutely delicious. So it was a real nice Christmas treat to go in her tea room at this time of the year. And I like to enjoy a few pages of reading in the living room in the evening, even if I still have some work to do in the studio. I just like to enjoy my piece in the living room, all decorated with the candles. It's just magical, and I do that absolutely every day, having usually my supper and a bit of reading before going back to work, and I absolutely love these moments. The clochette is not very far from me when I read.
So I'm very pleased with my tartan skirt, which reminded me so many memories of my childhood. And I already received quite many compliments in the street because people who dress really normally, and I mentioned that in my city they really have no special style. It's extremely rare to find someone who is dressed a bit differently, but I think they really crave for something different because otherwise they wouldn't do compliments on your clothes. And I have already received several compliments since I finished it last Saturday. So it's pretty and it's red, and it's, of course, you see it from far. So yes, I'm very pleased, and I'm planning to make a coat, not with this fabric, but a tartan coat. Once I will be a little more comfortable with sewing, a bit more challenging projects, I plan to do a tartan coat. I think it would be really fun. I also wanted to tell you that all my Christmas workshops are going to close their doors on December 23, this Monday. So you have a few days left if you would like to join and maybe start some decor earlier next year to have really all the time you need to create them at your own pace. You have forever access to them once you join. So you really have the time to work at your own pace and to start them when you want. You have the link also under this video, and it is at learnthemagicofpaper.com that you can join any of them. Most of them are related to Christmas, but in the musical Christmas, for example, we do some sleepers ballet shoes, which are not specifically for Christmas. I decided to include them in a Christmas workshop. There are some tricorns, and there are, of course, all the nutcracker and the more Christmas themes. But there are quite a good variety of little decors that you can do, even if you are a beginner. There are quite many workshops which have small decors, really easy and fun to complete for someone who would start. I go back to work. I still have my little Christmas Versailles surprise, which might arrive just after Christmas. I'm not entirely sure. I do my best, but I will see, because it's a link to the new episode of the Versailles Chronicles. We will see the progress I make, otherwise it will just arrive between Christmas and New Year. It's still a festive time anyways. For now, I will leave you here. I already wish you a very Merry Christmas if my next video doesn't arrive before Christmas. I will have one after anyway, but if I don't see you, I hope you are going to have a fabulous and magical Christmas. And I will leave you here, and I thank you very much for joining me today. You can subscribe if you don't want to miss all the nice videos coming.